Okay, since I have a really boring life, I don't have, well, I have some good stuff going on. I am working on the backyard. It's been a 3-day process. I thought I'd share it with you. Where do I start? Well, the trash can. Well, it's got a lot of trimmings in it. Well, let's start with the tomatoes. This is going to be our crop this year. The first one that you're going to see right here is going to have cherry tomatoes. This one's going to have beefsteak. This one over here, I think those are just Roman tomatoes. And this one are just going to be regular tomatoes. As I go along over here, this tree that you see right in front of us, that is a peach tree. Well, this morning I sprayed it with this stuff because we get curly leaf and it kills off everything. So I'm hoping that this stuff is going to allow me to have peaches this year. And if you come on over here, this is the shed. I gotta trim those little guys. And our grass is finally coming in. If you see the little patches here, that's because the dog is a pain in the butt and pees all over everything. Okay. So back here I have the pool on. That's that stuff back here. And let's see. I gotta trim those two next. Those will be tomorrow. But kind of glad I waited on those because these ones I did over here, well, they're dying. I cut them before the winter and they are not really coming back. This is what my mom did today. She replanted her geraniums. Alright, so there's my Seiko. Love that thing. I have to cut it back every year, so I already got that done. This didn't do too well, my fern, although it's very luxurious and beautiful. Pretty much it all died off, but I got some new babies coming. I am so happy. See the little ones right there? So that's coming. Had to really trim a lot of, we had a great freeze. These guys, whew, they did wonderful. How can I say? I'm actually standing over the pool. I cleaned out as much as I could. See, there's me. Hey. Cleaned out much of the pool as I could. It's got a lot of leaves in it still. Let's see. This is what I planted this morning since the other plant died. So I pulled it out and planted this one. This should be very beautiful. And over here we have this guy. He was a little guy and didn't have that much to hope for, but he came back really good. Trimmed back everything. Like ivy here, rock looks really good. It usually hangs way over the pool, but it's not going too good this year, but it will. Another one of those bare britches. Beautiful. Here's another one I planted today. He's going to be a little help. Yeah, he's going to be pretty. Okay, another bare britches. This is what I'm talking about. This thing, I think I'm going to have to pull it out and get a new one. Shouldn't have cut it. Here's our waterfall with all the nice little ivy all over it. As we're going down the path here. This is my latest project. I had to end it last year. Try and level this out and get a walkway going here. Since we lost our palm tree, that's right there. It took a while to get chopped up. These are my ponytails. Love these things, but there's a little gardener snake in there. He comes out once in a while. This is our gate to our next door neighbors. They had their backyard done. My other Seiko. Beautiful Seiko. And we're coming along here. Now this plant right here, I call the monster. Because he grows so fast, takes over everything. And I have to literally cut it back. But if you can see, I trimmed up really good. There's my fairy. My little bronze fairy. I don't know if you can see her too well. She's like dancing. Yeah. And she sits underneath this gazebo. I'll go backwards, try not to fall in the pool. And we're trying to cover that. Alright, over here, more ponytails. We lost a lot, literally. I don't know if you can see these dead branches. I cut off most of them, but didn't get all of them. So, I'm working on that. There's my back, the ladder that goes up to the roof. Dad's doing some fixing up there very slowly. And there's our palm tree. Not very big. It's supposed to be a dwarf palm tree. It's dwarf. Over here is some geraniums, but this climbing plant is kiwis. And we actually got some kiwis off of it last year. Got it in a barrel. Cleaning pool supplies. My nice table. I remember buying that. That's when I actually had money. And the hose. And then you go on up there. And we got some shade. Now these guys right here. This one and this one. The pots actually split this year. So I had to repot them in old pots. But they're doing pretty good. Not too bad. There's our grill. I gave you kind of like a tour of my backyard. And I'm working so hard on it. Oh, bell peppers. Let me see. Moving along. Trash can. I gotta move it back. And this gives you an idea of what I've been working on the last couple of days. Alright. Thanks. Thanks for letting me share. Bye-bye.